Hey there, welcome back to Deep Links. If you're here, you know what's up. We're not here to sugarcoat things or play around with polite conversations. We're diving straight into the cold, hard truth that nobody seems to want to talk about these days. And today's topic? The importance of physical fitness for men, the kind of men who refuse to accept mediocrity and want more out of life. So, grab your protein shakes, your pre-workout, or whatever gets your blood pumping, because we're going all in on why getting physically fit is not just a hobby or a nice to have, it's a damn necessity. Alright, fellas, let's get real for a minute. We've all heard the excuses, right? I don't have time, I'm too tired, I have a bad knee, I don't want to bulk up, and my personal favorite, I'm already comfortable in my own skin. Give me a break. That's not comfort you're feeling, that's resignation. That's the softness creeping into your mind and body, making you believe it's okay to settle, to give up, and to be average. But let me tell you something right now, the world doesn't give a damn about your comfort. The world doesn't care if you feel okay about yourself. The world cares about results. The world respects strength, capability, and the men who make things happen. And that's why we're talking about fitness today, because it's the first and most basic step toward becoming a man who commands respect and makes things happen. So let's break it down. Physical fitness, what does it mean? It's not just about lifting heavy things or running fast. It's about being capable. It's about knowing that you can handle whatever life throws at you. When you're fit, you're not just physically stronger, you're mentally sharper, more confident, and more resilient. You've got a mindset that says, I can handle anything. And in a world that's constantly trying to beat you down, take away your power, and strip away your masculinity, that's not just valuable, that's critical. Think about it. Every single day, you're faced with challenges, at work, at home, in your relationships, in your ambitions. The weak, the lazy, and the unfit crumble under the weight of those challenges. They get stressed, they complain, they make excuses, and they let life push them around. But the strong? The fit? They take that weight, they embrace it, and they lift it. Because they've trained their bodies and minds to handle discomfort, to handle pain, to push through when others would quit. That's what being fit is really about. It's about training yourself to win in life, not just in the gym. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you have to become some muscle-bound giant who lives in the gym. This isn't about vanity. This isn't about chasing some unrealistic standard of beauty. It's about function. It's about utility. It's about being ready for whatever life throws at you. Whether that means defending yourself or someone you care about, working long hours to get ahead, or simply having the energy and stamina to live your life to the fullest, fitness is the foundation for all of it. And if you're not building that foundation, you're building a house of cards that will collapse the moment the wind blows. Let's talk about discipline for a second. Because fitness isn't just about building muscles or losing fat, it's about building discipline. And let's be honest, discipline is in short supply these days. We live in a world of instant gratification, where everything is at our fingertips. Food, entertainment, comfort, all just a click away. But that kind of life makes you weak. It makes you lazy. It makes you soft. Discipline, on the other hand, makes you strong. When you commit to a fitness routine, when you show up every day and put in the work, you're training your mind just as much as your body. You're learning to push past pain, to delay gratification, to resist temptation, and to stay focused on your goals. And guess what? Those skills, that discipline, they transfer to every other area of your life. Suddenly, you're not the guy who procrastinates at work. You're not the guy who settles for the bare minimum. You're the guy who goes the extra mile, who puts in the extra effort, who shows up early and stays late. You're the guy who gets results, who climbs the ladder, who builds a better life for himself and his family. And where does that start? In the gym, on the track, on the field, wherever you choose to build your fitness, that's where you start building the discipline that will take you places. You see, fitness is freedom. Yeah, I said it, freedom. You might think that sounds weird. How does lifting weights or running sprints make you free? It's simple. When you're fit, you're free from limitations. You're not limited by your own body, by your own weaknesses, by your own insecurities. You're not a slave to your cravings, your laziness, your lack of energy. You have control. You have strength. You have options. And that, my friends, is freedom. But let's take a moment and talk about the opposite of freedom, weakness. Being weak isn't just a physical thing, it's a mindset. It's a way of living where you let your limitations define you, where you let your excuses control you. It's living life on your knees, hoping that the world will go easy on you because you can't handle it otherwise. And I'll tell you right now, that's no way to live. Being weak is a choice. Being unfit is a choice. And every day, you have the choice to change it. You have the choice to become stronger, tougher, more capable. But it starts with getting up and putting in the work. And let's not kid ourselves, there are real consequences to being weak. Let's talk about that for a second. Weak men get walked all over. Weak men get disrespected. Weak men get passed over, ignored, and forgotten. Weak men are liabilities, to themselves, to their families, to their communities. And I know that sounds harsh, but that's the reality. And deep down, every man knows it. Every man knows that when he's out of shape, when he's soft, when he's weak, he's not living up to his potential. He's not being the man he could be, the man he should be. You ever notice how the most confident guys are always the ones who take care of themselves? The guys who walk with their heads up, who speak with authority, who don't back down from challenges. That's not a coincidence. That's the result of years of hard work, of dedication, of building themselves up physically and mentally. That's the kind of man you become when you make fitness a priority. And that's the kind of man the world respects. Look, I know we're all busy. We all have responsibilities, jobs, families, and a million other things pulling at us from every direction. But let me ask you this, what's more important than your own strength, your own health, your own ability to protect and provide? What's more important than being a man who can take care of himself and those he loves? Because if you think there's something more important than that, then you've already lost. You've already given up on yourself, and you might as well turn this podcast off right now. But if you're still listening, I'm guessing that's not you. I'm guessing you're the kind of guy who wants more, who wants to be more. And let me tell you, it all starts with fitness. It starts with taking control of your body, your habits, your discipline. And yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it takes time. Yeah, it takes effort. But guess what? Nothing worth having ever came easy. Every day you don't work out, every day you don't push yourself, every day you settle for less than your best, that's a day wasted. That's a day you could have used to get stronger, to get better, to become the man you were meant to be. Think about the greatest men in history. Think about the men who built empires, who conquered nations, who led revolutions. You think those guys were sitting on their butts, watching TV, eating junk food, and feeling sorry for themselves? Hell no. They were men of action, men of strength, men who didn't make excuses and didn't back down. And they were fit. They had to be. Because they knew that a strong mind needs a strong body. They knew that if they were going to lead, they had to be ready for anything, physically, mentally, spiritually. And let's talk about another thing that nobody wants to admit, attraction. Women are attracted to strength. They are attracted to confidence. They are attracted to men who take care of themselves, who are fit, who are disciplined. And don't get it twisted, this isn't about being a pretty boy or having a chiseled jawline. This is about primal attraction, the kind that goes back to the dawn of humanity. Women are wired to be attracted to men who can protect, provide, and lead. And that starts with how you carry yourself, how you present yourself to the world. If you're fit, if you're strong, if you're disciplined, people notice. And trust me, women notice. But again, this isn't just about getting girls. That's a nice bonus, sure, but it's not the point. The point is becoming a man who is respected, admired, and taken seriously. A man who commands attention when he walks into a room, not because he's the loudest or the flashiest, but because he's the strongest, the most capable, the most confident. That's what fitness does for you. That's the kind of man you become when you make it a priority. And let's face it, fellas, we all know what it feels like to be weak. We all know what it feels like to be the guy who's out of shape, who's tired all the time, who feels like he's just barely scraping by. It's not a good feeling. It sucks. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to feel that way anymore. You can change it. You can take control. You can start building yourself up, physically, mentally, spiritually. But you have to make the decision. You have to commit. You have to say, enough is enough. I'm done being weak. I'm done being tired. I'm done being average. So here's the deal. If you're ready to stop making excuses, if you're ready to start living life like a man, then it's time to get serious about your fitness. And I don't care if you've never lifted a weight in your life, if you've never run a mile, or if you're 50 pounds overweight, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you start. What matters is that you get up, get moving, and start taking back control of your life. Because nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's coming to save you. It's on you, and it's up to you to make it happen. All right, listen up. If you're feeling fired up right now, good. That's the point. Take that fire and do something with it. Get off your ass, hit the gym, go for a run, lift some weights, do some push-ups, whatever you've got to do. Just start. Stop overthinking, stop waiting for the perfect moment, and stop making excuses. Just get out there and do it. Because every day you wait is another day you're not becoming the man you could be. And let me tell you, there is no better feeling than looking in the mirror and seeing a man who's strong, a man who's confident, a man who's in control. A man who knows he can handle whatever comes his way. That's the kind of man you want to be. That's the kind of man you deserve to be. And that's the kind of man you will be if you make fitness a priority. So, what's it going to be, fellas? Are you going to keep living in the comfort zone, or are you going to step up, get strong, and take control? The choice is yours. But I promise you this, if you choose to get fit, if you choose to get strong, if you choose to become the best version of yourself, you won't regret it. In fact, it'll be the best decision you ever make. All right, that's it for today's podcast, guys. If you're ready to make a change, if you're ready to become the strongest version of yourself, then start today. No more excuses, no more delays, just action. And if you liked what you heard, do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let's build a community of men who refuse to be weak, who refuse to settle, and who are committed to becoming their absolute best. Until next time, keep grinding, keep pushing, and keep becoming the man you were meant to be. Peace out.